Hey everybody, welcome back to Universe Jarvis. It's been a little bit since I've done a video. I'm trying to think of what the last one I put up here was. I'm pretty sure it was something spray ground related. So, different background, different chair, different things going on, right? So, I've kind of alluded to this in some other videos that I moved. But this is actually the living room. I'm not going to show you guys the whole space. Well, actually the living room's always set up, but I'm kind of like, I want everything to be set up. So, we'll wait on that. Anyhow, let's go ahead and jump into what this particular video is about, and you can probably see a few things over here in the corner, right? We've got the boxes here, we've got this box, which I'm going to do an unboxing of this, and actually, I completely forgot to grab something because I need to look something up, so give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's got off work, so I'm super forgetful a little bit. Let's see. So, let me do this. This is why it's good to prepare beforehand, right? But you know what? I like to do things live and raw. Oh gosh, the lighting looks terrible. I have to get accustomed to this room and figure out how much. There we go. That's better. I don't look like midnight anymore. Or not quite as bad. So, let's get into this. So I did a video previously because I wanted to try out a new sneaker, and for whatever reason in my old age, not that old, I'm what, 38 or 38 39, hell I can't remember right now, but in my old age I've kind of gotten into sneakers. I mean, granted, I've always liked shoes. I never was really a big sneaker person, but I guess because now my style is very want to be comfortable, I guess it's athleisure, if you will. I mean, heck, got on an oversized hoodie right now that's tie-dye, so comfort is king, right? So I didn't really know what this shoe was because I never paid it much attention, and I know there's a lot of people that like them. They say they're probably the most comfortable shoe that Nike makes, and I actually did a video for a pair that I had gotten. I originally got one color scheme, but then that one didn't fit because I didn't realize the fit of the shoe, and it's an extremely fitted shoe, so you may end up having to go up 2 sizes, honestly, just depending on how much room you like in the toe box of your shoe. So let's revisit this guy. So this was the Huarache, so we're talking about Huaraches. This was the white black Noir Blanc one. This was, I think, a limited edition that came out at, I want to say, Hibbett Sports. So this one, you go. Now, the interesting thing about this shoe and what Nike did is this has an old school shoe silhouette. So it looks like a lot of those old runners that you'd see in probably like the 80s, probably the early 90s. So it's that really just kind of basic looking tennis shoe. I mean, it's what you would see traditionally. Doesn't have a lot of branding on it, so if somebody kind of sees it from the front, they may not actually realize that it's a Nike, honestly. I mean, then you'll see that little toe thing there. And then, of course, on the back, it's kind of got this heel strap situation. And I actually think that this is what makes this shoe a little bit more, I guess, narrow, if you will, because this is a 10. I think, actually, no, hang on, it's a 10 and a half. So I ordered a 10 of that one that I told you guys about, and it was too damn tight. I could not do it. So I went to the 10 and a half, but even with the 10 and a half, for me, my feet are kind of weird. So my left foot is usually fine, but my right foot gives me a little bit of a fit when it comes to the toe box. So I've actually been wearing these, and I'm fine in them now. But for the ones that I'm going to show you, I did go up a size. I mean, you know, it's nice. I actually really like this shoe. The colors are pretty basic, but I mean, it's kind of that like basic, clean look. It gives you a nice, clean line on your foot, but it's a very fitted shoe, like I said. So I would recommend probably and actually no, before I even say that, go to a store and try a pair on if you can. It's probably impossible to try a pair on because not a lot of places have them. I know Hibbett had them because that's where these came from, but if you can, do yourself a favor and try on a pair just to make sure you get the right, because the right fit for you. Like I said, Nikes can be all over the place. When I did those space hippie ones, those pretty much fit. Nikes do tend to run on the narrower side though. I think the sizing's kind of like the Asian sizes for most of their stuff. Because with my Air Max, I think most of my Air Maxes are probably 9.5, but a 10 would have probably been ideal. Which I think I do have a pair that might be a 10.5. I can't remember, but you kind of have to figure it out. I mean, just depending on how you like your shoe to fit, that sort of thing. But I will tell you, the whole reason I'm rambling about this is these fit narrow. So you may end up having to size up unless you have a super narrow foot, or you like a really, really fitted shoe on your foot. Usually personal preference. So that's that one. We already talked about this guy, right? So let's get to a couple other things. So on the, I want to say not the 10th, it was a couple weeks ago. Hang on, let me look at my calendar and I'll tell you guys exactly. So the 9th, yeah, it was on the 10th. So actually, so 9/10, so the day before 9/11. So I got my dates right. Nike had a drop, and I actually I didn't know they had a separate app from the Nike app. There's a sneakers app where you can see new drops when they first come out, that sort of thing. So you can go in that and it'll tell you what's coming out on 9/10. And it looks like most of their releases are actually done on Fridays. So they had 2 things drop, and both of these I really like. They had their Huarache, of course, and they had one that's kind of got a funky not asymmetrical, but mismatched thing going on, and they had another like a brown pair that I think would be really good for me, like for work, because they're brown but the bottom's black. But anyway, so here you go. And this box is actually really cool. And I guess this is the Huarache box. I probably should have pointed it out on there. So classic Nike red, although it's leaning more towards orange for me, so I guess it's red or orange, whatever color you want to call it. And then they do this little cool, Nike shoes are manufactured exact specifications of champion athletes throughout the world, and it looks like they also have that in France, in Francais. They're on the box, but it's kind of a cool box. It's the classic. I noticed they've been doing this more and more with the boxes. They'll kind of do something different depending on what the shoe is, like the Space Hippie ones come in like this kind of recycled corrugated cardboard box, and this is classic box, but then you've kind of got these lines that kind of gives it a little bit of an industrial feel, if you ask me. So once again, we've done this before. Limited edition, right? Very similar to what I just showed you, but this comes in some fun colors, and I'm going to pull this up so that I make sure I'm right. So they're white and black, and then I guess they're considering this university red, and then this is bright spruce on this one. So come in a little bit closer. So very similar to the ones that I just showed you, like I said. But the cool thing about these, on the side here, you've got some nice little logos, Peace, Love, and Nike, which is kind of clever. The tag on the tip of that changed, so it's kind of colorful now instead of just kind of the white. So I think that's kind of fun. Nike will do these little fun color pops, which I think is what makes them so popular. And you've got this university red, although that is not red. I would say that that's a plum. That right there is red, but whatever, we'll go with it. And then you've got this little back strap, that's kind of a lime green, and then we come to the other one. Same thing except yellow, and you've got this blue. So these are going to be really cool wearing because they're mismatched. Even though they're the same pair of shoes, they're mismatched. So that's going to be fun. These can be done with a lot of different things because of that color scheme, which I think is nice. And then you've got Peace, Love, and Nike down in there. They followed that little branding, and kind of cool. This will probably get ruined depending on where you're going and how dirty you're getting. The Nike logo on the bottom is actually red. So that's actually pretty cool. And I have not, I guess I'll do this live with you guys. I have not tried on an 11 yet. So let's see how that fits. Hopefully these will fit. They'll give me a little bit more room in the toe box, which for me is pretty important. And also the ability to wear, yeah, these are a lot better. So kind of big, like my toes back here in the back, but I'm totally okay with it having that little bit of extra space, because I think it's going to be very important, especially to be able to wear them and have them come. And they've got this sock, if you will, which a lot of these shoes do this little sock situation just to fit it, because this is like a neoprene. That is too. So they're going to be more fitted anyway, and the whole goal with this shoe is for it to go back to its normal shape, because you run into that with a lot of shoes. Like you buy your Air Maxes, you get your Jordans, they end up kind of losing their shape over time, especially if you wear them a lot. they'll start to look weird, and that's pretty much what I believe, or what I've been told in my research. What Nike was trying to avoid with the Huarache was to kind of give you that, you know, you can move it around, you can shake it, you can wear it a long time, you can be active in it, but the shoe's not going to start looking crazy like you've been in it for 15 years. And that's kind of the worst thing when you buy shoes, and a lot of their shoes are more on the premium side. You want a shoe that's going to kind of last and it's going to keep its shape. At least if you're a sneakerhead, you're not necessarily, I guess, using the shoe for what its designated purpose is, to be athletic in, which is kind of funny. Most of these shoes have become streetwear. So that's kind of interesting. So this one box is a little beat up, so we're going to see what we get in here. I will give props to Nike. They have great customer service. I've never really dealt with them at that level. I've ordered some things from Nike before, like workout clothes and stuff like that, but I've never really had to contact the customer service. I did try the number, and it was weird. The guy was like super lax on the phone, so I was weird about it. I think I ended up hanging up and I chatted with somebody online, but I had some issues getting these. They shipped, and then they used I guess a courier service that's here local, and they just went missing. But they were really good about, hey, you know, we're sorry. I contacted them twice. Hey, we'll get this sorted out for you. Like, I was super impressed. So nothing but props to them there, because it's by far probably one of the best customer service experience that I've had for something like that. But anyway, I digress. Let's get into this. This is exciting. This is the moment of truth. Let's see what these look like. Here's the box. These are Toadstool. So these are the Toadstool ones. Limited edition Toadstool. Black, chestnut brown, and champagne. No. Hang on. I'm reading it out in French. So they do. I see the English and the French. So these are Toadstool, black, chestnut, brown. So let's see. Okay. So I feel like these, I actually want to look up what this material is. I wonder if these aren't as neoprene-y. These actually seem like they kind of have some waterproofness to them, but I don't think this is real leather. No, it well, I mean, it actually might be. Because now I'm looking at this edge, I actually do think these are leather. Or a mixed media type of leather. Really nice. These are really cool because the bottom is black. They have an all black pair that's super nice, but those sold out. And a lot of what they've been doing in these is like the lighter colors for whatever reason, but yeah, this is nice. It's really nice. And it's different. I like the color of the laces. You got the brown laces there, and then you've got the logo is brown for the Huarache. Back on the bottom. Yeah. Pretty sick. Yeah. Nice. These are very, I'd say, fall. I mean, of course, they can be worn around. Yeah, these are nice. And like I said, I went a little bit bigger, so my toes kind of not right at the edge, but I'm getting old. I don't want stuff hurting my feet, because my goal is to wear them a lot and be able to wear them and be comfortable in them. Not like, oh crap, it's rubbing up against my toe. So that's that. Yep, these are actually leather. So here on the tag, and I'm not gonna even want to remove that, limited edition, and that is leather. So yeah, these are actually leather. Actually, I think the white ones might be too. I get a little confused with these, and they have like the different textures. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. But that's all I got. So go to Nike.com, check out. I think they still have the colorful ones. They still have up there, and actually they have this Toadstool one up there too. And then they've got, I guess, just like the basic. Actually, I think they have all 3 pairs of these, which is absolutely hilarious now that I think about it. And they may have another color variation of that other one that I showed you, but pretty much all of them up there are limited edition right now. So get on there, check it out. If you're interested in these, I loved my first pair, and I'm sure I'm gonna love these. And I'm gonna try to figure things. Maybe I'll kind of let you guys know what I think of those since I went up a slightly bigger size. But before you leave this video, do not forget to subscribe below, hit that like button, and comment. I try to respond as quickly as I can if I get a notification from YouTube Studio, which I don't always get, but I do most of the time. So don't forget to do that. And until next time, Universe Jarvis, out.